If you're the kind of editor that likes to streamline your process and make things as fast and efficient as possible, then setting up a Final Cut library template is going to be your best friend when starting new projects to be able to get started immediately. Now I'm going to show you what I think is the best way to create a Final Cut Pro template in Final Cut Pro 11. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is open up Final Cut Pro 11. You're going to want to go to File, New, Library. Now you're going to pick the folder in which your library is going to be housed. You can just pick movies for now, and we're going to label this template.fcp bundle, and you're going to see why later. Hit save. Now, by default, Final Cut Pro is going to create you a new library, and within this library, by default, you're going to have a smart collection and an event that is today's date. You can choose to keep your smart collection, but I opt to not use them because I like to store my files the way I like to store them, and I'm going to show you how right now. The way I like to do things is I like to create an event for every single type of media that I'm going to use in my project. So what I mean by this is you're going to come here and change this to footage. You're going to go to File. You're going to create a new event again. We're going to call this Audio. Now, to speed things up a bit, you're going to use the key shortcut Option N to create a new event. We're going to call this Images. And we're going to do this one more time. And we're going to call this Project. Now, as you can see, I've created a project event, so that way my project or my timeline can be housed in its own event, and that's going to keep things a lot more organized and allow for me to not lose clips and be able to find all my media sources that I'm going to put onto my timeline in a way easier fashion. Now, for even deeper organization, you can start to edit your roles that are going to be within this library. You can go over to Modify, Edit Roles, and the way I like to do things is I like to add two more video roles. One is going to be A roll. Another is going to be B roll. And this is sort of where I leave things. I like to change the color of my A roll and B roll so that it's more easy to see on my timeline. And then now you have two separate video rolls for A roll and B roll. And then you have dialogue, effects, and music, which are the default options for audio rolls. But I like to leave those alone because that's enough for the type of work that I do. You're going to want to hit Apply. So now that you have all your events set up and your roles, what we're going to want to do is minimize Final Cut Pro, open up Finder. As you can see here in my movies folder, we have the template.fcp bundle, which has all those events and roles that we just created in Final Cut Pro. So now, going forward, whenever you're going to make a new project, you can start from this template instead of creating all that stuff to begin with and wasting a bunch of time. So we're going to make a folder in our movies folder called Final Cut Pro Template. You can drag and drop that straight into that folder. And now every time that you're going to make a new project, you can create a new folder for it. And the way I like to name my project is going to be year, month, day. And then whatever the project title is. So we'll say Final Cut Pro Video. Hit enter. You'll create another folder inside of this project folder and call it Library. Now, all you want to do is go back, go to your Final Cut Pro template. You can hit Command C, then you can go to your project, go to your library, hit Command V to paste, and now you can rename it to whatever your project name actually is. And from now on, when you go to open your project, you can go straight to the folder that's in your movies folder and open the library from there. And it's going to have all your roles and events already pre-made for you, which is going to streamline your editing process a lot more and save a lot of time. I hope you learned something from this video, and I also hope that you enjoyed watching. If you think that this was informative and you actually did learn something, or you think that I just suck in general, let me know in the comments section. And while you're at it, check out a few other of my videos on my channel. I have a few more tutorials and reviews and random things about technology and content creation if that's something that you're interested in. And if not, I hope you have a good day. Peace.